everyone, it's Evan again. Hopefully everyone's staying healthy and as sane as possible with everything going on. I know things are still pretty chaotic and uncertain, but it's been good to see people checking in terms of posting pictures of their workouts or just stuff that they're doing. It's good to know that everyone's doing as well as possible. So this is Thursday's workout, pretty leg intensive. So I know a lot of people are saying that their shoulders and triceps and arms are pretty blown up from all the push-ups and stuff we're doing and burpees and stuff like that. Well, if you're doing Thursday's workout, it's pretty much all legs. Gonna be kind of a leg burner, really quick little bit of strength in the beginning, and then at the end, it's kind of just hold on for whatever you can, some really quick AMRAPs, but pretty much means you have to keep moving for all of the AMRAPs. So, fully loaded, if you do have all the equipment necessary. Part 1, you can do a 6-rep max front rack reverse lunge. All that'll be with your barbell, front rack position, 3 each leg, reverse, step backwards, knee to the ground, step up, step backwards, knee to the ground, step up. That would be 2 lunges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 3 each leg. You're gonna find a max weight for that. Part 2 is 3 rounds of a 2-minute AMRAP. For 2 minutes, all you're gonna do is 50% of that heaviest lunge that you found for that 6 rep. You're gonna do 6 alternating reverse lunges, so the same rep scheme as for the strength at 50%, and then 4 front squats. What this means though is because this is a 2-minute AMRAP, you've got to really try as much as you can to hold on. You're gonna do that for 2 minutes, 1 minute rest, and do that 3 times. So it's a total of 6 minutes of the AMRAP if that's kind of how you want to look at it. If you're doing partially loaded today and you have dumbbells or kettlebells or something odd object, even like a sandbag or heavy water jugs like we've discussed before, what you're gonna do for the first part is a kind of a strength section. Is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on and so forth until you can't go unbroken of reverse lunges with your dumbbells, kettlebells, or whatever your objects are. For unbroken here, I understand that a lot of people could just kind of stand and delay. It should be something that even if you're resting before the set, you shouldn't really be resting during. So as much as you can, fairly constant motion. I don't want it to be where you're just standing here for 40 seconds and then you do a few more reps to kind of keep counting it. Do at least kind of keep trying to stay moving as much as you can while also moving well. So hypothetically, we want you to be able to at least get to the set of 12 of that, so that'll be 6 each leg. So if you have 2 dumbbells, you'll be holding them here, 2 kettlebells, holding them here, sandbag, holding on your chest, whatever you want. But it's that front rack position, and you're just gonna do max lunges. So set of 2, you'll put your stuff down, you'll rest, do a set of 4, do a set of 6, 8, 10, 12, so on and so forth until you kind of fail that unbroken stipulation. Your part 2 will be fairly similar to the fully loaded. You're gonna do 3 2-minute AMRAPs, 6 reverse lunges, 4 dumbbell front squats or kettlebell or whatever your odd object is. The caveat here is because you were using those 50-pound dumbbells or 53-pound kettlebells or whatever your 2 odd objects were, your weight for your unbroken sets is going to be the same weight for your workout. So instead of dropping down to 50% of that, you're going to use that same weight unless you really feel like there's a need to. But once again, it's going to be that 2-minute AMRAP. Hold on for as long as you can, get that minute rest, and come back for 2 more rounds of that. If you're doing fully unloaded, so you don't have any equipment, it's going to be all body weight today, it's going to look a little different but kind of similar to that partially loaded. You're going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of unbroken pistols. So not everyone obviously will have pistols, so you kind of look here as if you were really close to pistols and it was kind of to a target. Then find a target. Maybe it's a low chair you have or something behind you can rest behind you. Obviously, if it is a pistol, it is that single leg squat, so you're going to want to make sure hips below your knees, stand up. If you don't have that, once again, it's fine. Find that lower target. If you're close to one of those scales in class, pick whatever scale you remember doing. If you don't have that at all, like even to a reverse target, my recommendation would be trying to do an elevated reverse lunge. So I'm going to pretend that this pillow is a weighted plate or something a little higher. I want your front foot on that higher surface, and I want you to reverse lunge back with that other foot. So all this is doing is making sure you get a little bit more depth in your hips here, a little bit below that parallel, and adding a little bit of complexity to that reverse lunge, getting a little bit more work through your legs. So that'll be kind of that unbroken. Once again, if you have pistols and you're doing pistols, and that's probably something that's easier to tell if you're unbroken or not. If you're doing those reverse lunges, once again, make sure something that stays consistent, and if you start kind of failing or really halting and stuff like that, call it quits. You're good. Your part 2 will be the same thing. It'll be 3 rounds of a 2-minute AMRAP plus a 1-minute rest at the end. 6 alternating step ups. So what we want you to do today is find something that's high enough that you actually have to work for it. So if that's a sofa or a chair that you feel comfortable stepping up on, or even something lower, like if you're not super comfortable stepping up that high, find something solid that you're willing to step up on. There'll be 6 alternating step ups, so 3 step ups each leg. Then 4 alternating pistols. Or if you don't have pistols, do reverse lunges, even I would say do 6 or 8 air squats, whatever you're comfortable with, but it should be all leg intensive. So don't switch that out for push-ups or something else or something like that. It really should be pretty leg intensive, obviously keeping in mind what your scale will be for the pistol itself. In terms of our warm-up, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to do 2 rounds, 10 single leg glute bridges. So that's just going to be our normal glute bridge sitting on the ground. You'll pick one leg up, squeeze that butt, try to pause 2-3 seconds at the top, come back down, switch legs back and forth. You're going to do 5 each leg for 10 total. Then you're going to do 10 alternating lateral step overs. So if you have something low, once again, like a bench or a small chair, try to step up sideways on that, kind of getting you ready for that pistol type motion. Step up sideways, step up onto it, step over to the other side. Then you're going to do 6 alternating groiners. So this is going to be 3 each leg. It's kind of a weird one, but it's like a long lunge almost. You're going to lunge out, feet out a little bit wider than you normally would, and you're just going to kind of rotate your hips a little. Get your hips stretched out, getting you ready for those lunges, those squats, those pistols, whatever you are doing for your scales. And then 6 alternating pigeons. So our normal pigeon position, leg down on the ground, lay over it, hold that for a second, don't just come out of it, and you'll switch back again. Then after that, you're going to do 1 round of 10 air squats, 10 reverse lunges, so just the same thing as we've been doing, reverse lunge, and then 10 of whatever your pistol scale is. It's getting your legs a little bit warm, hips and ankles a little bit warm. Once again, pretty straightforward, getting away from that upper body stuff. It's going to be pretty leg intensive strength for the first part, and really leg intensive quick AMRAP burners for the second half. Hopefully everyone enjoys this, and hopefully everyone's butts will be sore after this one, just like after all the push-ups we've been doing for their chest. So hope everyone's doing well, and this is Thursday's workout. Thank you.